I stand at the foot of the Pyramid of the Sun, awash in the midday light. The ancient stone blocks beneath my boots are warm to the touch, and a gentle breeze carries the subtle scent of earth and dust. I begin ascending the steep stairs, each step echoing softly with the crunch of centuries underfoot. With every careful climb, the panorama unfolds. To my left, the pyramid of the moon commands attention, colossal and indifferent to time. Far below lies the Avenue of the Dead, stretching into the distance like a wide, sacred boulevard carved by history itself. Higher still, I pause on the blazing summit, heart throbbing with excitement. From this vantage, the valley sprawls in every direction, a mosaic of muted green fields, terracotta temple ruins, and distant hills basking under the sun's golden glow. Even the small figures of visitors below seem like ants against the grandeur of the moment. In this breathtaking silence, all I feel is the wind and the awe. It is as if time itself has paused. I am quite simply speechless in the face of such ancient majesty. Now the scene transitions to the heart of Mexico City. I find myself on the broad Paseo de la Reforma, where the bustle of city life contrasts sharply with the solitude of Teotihuacan. Towering skyscrapers and modern office blocks flank the wide boulevard, their glass facades reflecting the Mexican Sunday. Along the avenue's median, bronze statues of historical figures stand guard beneath swaying palm trees, silent amid the midday rush. The air is thick with the honking of cars and the murmur of hurried conversations. Pedestrians and cyclists navigate busy intersections, and colorful vendors offer snacks and drinks along the sidewalk. Despite the metropolis' frenetic pace, there is an energy here that feels almost festive as the city pulses with life. Soon I diverge onto Avenida Insurgentes. This artery of the city seems endless. It stretches beyond sight, lined with an eclectic mix of cafes, theaters, and businesses. The traffic is relentless. A stream of yellow and white microbuses glides along its length, and pedestrians dart across zebra crossings. I stroll purposefully, soaking in the urban symphony, Spanish chatter, the blare of music from a passing car, the rustling of newspapers at a corner stand. Amidst this vibrant symphony, even the air seems charged with possibility. I arrive at the vast campus of UNAM, Universidad Nacional Autónoma de México. The atmosphere here is collegiate yet monumental. My footsteps echo on wide cobblestone plazas flanked by low slung lecture halls and striking sculptures. Overhead, the sky is bright, birds flutter in the leafy groves. Ahead stands the Central Library, its facade covered in a legendary mosaic, each fragment of stone telling a chapter of Mexico's story. I pause to admire the intricate artwork before continuing. The intellectual energy is palpable as I wander farther. Groups of students lounge under shady trees, poring over books or debating animatedly in Spanish. Everywhere I look, there is color and creativity. Vivid murals by Diego Rivera and others adorn walls and walkways, depicting national heroes, indigenous heritage, and everyday life. In one courtyard, a circular fountain rotates endlessly, water tinkling in ripples that soothe the senses. The architecture here feels both futuristic and ancestral, sweeping concrete curves. Next, I arrive at the imposing Estadio Azteca. This colossal stadium looms like a modern colosseum, its concrete stands rising tier upon tier into the sky. Even empty, the sheer scale is breathtaking. I can almost hear the echoes of a million cheers drifting from the silent seats. I trace my fingers on the cool stone rail, imagining the roars it has borne witness to. Truly, this is a cathedral of football in Mexico. Standing here, I feel both humble and invigorated by the legacy of passion this place holds. Now I venture into Los Pinos, once the exclusive presidential residence, now an open museum and park. The gates close behind me with a soft click, and I step into a realm of hidden serenity. A stately mansion stands nearby, its pale facade half concealed by the ancient pines for which this place is named. Around me, fountains bubble gently and flower beds burst with colorful blooms. The air smells of jasmine and fresh lawn. Tourists wander respectfully here, their voices muted, as they admire the formal gardens and monumental staircases. This is a place where power is woven into everyday beauty. Inside, the aura is one of subtle grandeur. I drift through halls, once used for state banquets and meetings, now turned into galleries. Heavy tapestries hang on the walls, and ornate ceilings stretch overhead. I find a room showcasing the ceramic dinnerware used by past presidents, humble objects set against lavish surroundings. In another chamber, a hushed library invites me to pause amidst leather armchairs and book-lined walls. The hush is ever present, even laughter feels softened here, as if this place commands quiet reverence. Sunlight filters through large windows, casting shifting patterns of light on polished floors. I trace a hand along a marble banister, imagining the footsteps of presidents who once strolled here. A friendly cat meanders by, oblivious to the princely surroundings. By the time I step back out into the sunshine, I carry with me the stillness of Los Pinos, a place where power wears a gentle face and yesterday walks hand in hand with today in the shade of the trees. At an unassuming corner of the city stands the tree of La Noche Triste, a living relic steeped in legend. This enormous ahuehuete has witnessed centuries pass. Its trunk is thick and narrow, as though carved by time itself. Legend holds that Hernan Cortes himself paused here, distraught and weary, giving the tree its mournful name. Today, its broad ancient branches whisper with the wind as I gently run my fingers along the rough bark. Golden afternoon light filters through the canopy, casting dappled patterns on the pavement. For a moment, I stand solemn in quiet reflection, feeling the weight of history in the silence around me. Then I step away, leaving the silent sentinel to keep its secrets, carrying a sense of reverence in my heart. Night has fallen over Mexico City, and the streets of Polanco and Insurgentes Sur are alive with festive cheer. The city feels like a Christmas card come to life. Everywhere I look, there are decorations, palm trees wrapped in twinkling lights, lamp posts draped with garlands, and a towering spruce in the plaza crowned with sparkling baubles. Storefronts glimmer with glittering gold and red displays, and the aroma of roasted chestnuts and cinnamon drifts from market stalls. A gentle crowd strolls along the avenue. Families and couples bundle in coats against the cool winter air. Nearby, children marvel at a fountain turned into a nativity scene, complete with softly lit statuettes of Mary, Joseph, and the baby Jesus. The sound of carols floats through the air, mingling with distant laughter. A mariachi band plays softly at the street corner, their festive melodies weaving through the city noise. Under the streetlights, I observe a parade of seasonally clad pedestrians. A little girl in a red coat runs after a balloon. An elderly couple shares a sweet empanada. Young friends click selfies with reindeer antler headbands. Even the luxury cars passing by seem to move more slowly, as if caught up in the enchantment. Above, neon signs and building floodlights add to the glow. The sky is clear, and faint stars wink down on us, mingling with strains of distant mariachi music. Pedestrians pause to greet each other, friendly and warm in their shuffle. Every sense is engaged by this cosmopolitan tapestry. Here, Mexico City feels both colossal and intimate, overwhelming yet utterly enthralling. In ripples that soothe the senses, the architecture here feels both futuristic and ancestral, sweeping concrete curves meet bold geometric patterns inspired by ancient motifs. Walking through this tapestry of learning and art, I feel invigorated by the fusion of intellect and imagination that permeates every corner. Finally, I come to the Angel of Independence just before midnight. Around me, a jubilant crowd has gathered for New Year's Eve.
¡Viva México! México, 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 México. Y alegría. Todo vuelve. Todos vuelven a la tierra.
In daylight, Polanco reveals another side of itself. The neighborhood feels calm, bathed in warm sunshine. I stroll along broad avenues lined with designer boutiques and chic cafes. Elegant facades of shops, Prada, Cartier, local ateliers gleam as passers-by admire tasteful window displays. Tall palms sway overhead, and modern sculptures punctuate the sidewalks. This is the opulent heart of Mexico City, where affluence is showcased quietly through manicured gardens, fine architecture, and an unhurried pace of life. A gleaming metrobus glides along Avenida Presidente Masaryk, blending seamlessly into the cosmopolitan scenery. Polanco moves at a gentle rhythm, every detail carefully considered, from pristine hedges to Art Deco street lamps. As I wander, the neighborhood's refined confidence seems to settle into me, like the comforting warmth of the midday Sunday. It strikes me that here in Polanco, elegance and warmth coexist, and I feel fortunate to have experienced it. I even posed for a quick photograph with the esteemed actor Antonio de la Vega. Now I drift through Mexico City's most exclusive neighborhoods, leafy enclaves, far removed from the urban core. Here, everything unfolds at a leisurely pace. Wide avenues stretch under the arching jacaranda and ahuehuete trees, their leaves whispering in the breeze. Along these streets, stately mansions stand behind high wrought iron gates. Each residence is distinct, some echo colonial grandeur with ornate balconies and tiled roof, while others boast bold modernism with sleek glass facades and steel structures. Manicured gardens bloom in front of each home, marble fountains, sculpted hedges, and swaths of green lawns catching the golden sunlight. A solitary security guard in crisp uniform watches from a shaded alcove, tipping his cap as I pass. Inside one open gate, a silver sedan waits quietly in the driveway, its owner unseen. There are no billboards or bright signs here, only the soft murmur of conversation and the distant hum of water from a fountain. Boutiques in this district are deliberately understated. A refined bakery, a bespoke tailor, a chic cafe where locals sip artisanal coffee. I pause at such a cafe, where polished baristas hand out cups to quietly dressed patrons. The soft glow of pendant lights and the gentle clink of china are the only heralds of luxury. Every detail feels intentional. Small statues tucked under trees, an antique clock tower repurposed as a garden ornament, and classic Art Deco street lamps lining the walkway. Everywhere I look, the atmosphere is one of discreet elegance. It strikes me how wealth here is displayed not by ostentation but by poise. In the immaculate gardens, the polished sidewalks, and the assured calm of every passerby. The usual din of city life feels miles away. As dusk falls, a gentle hush settles over the neighborhood. The windows of the homes glow warmly from within, casting golden rectangles on the cobblestones. Even the street lamps seem to wait before switching on, as if time itself pauses to admire this tranquil world. In this quietly grand enclave, Life moves with grace, each moment savored. Eventually, I emerge from the tranquil enclave and re-enter the vibrant city. I carry with me an impression of refined anonymity where privilege shows itself quietly. These hushed streets of privilege remind me that Mexico City is a tapestry woven from many threads, from the grand and opulent to the humble and historic, and each is integral to the metropolis' rich narrative. As I pack my bags and prepare to leave, I am filled with a swirl of emotions. Mexico City, you have been a living dream, kaleidoscopic and overwhelming, yet nurturing and familiar. Over the past year, from crisp January mornings to balmy summer nights, I have walked your myriad streets and alleys, each day absorbing something new. I came as a stranger, but I depart feeling irrevocably changed by your energy and warmth. I still remember that first morning, watching the sun rise above a quiet plaza, half nervous and half excited for the adventure ahead. Since then, you surprised me at every turn. You taught me resilience when I was caught in unending traffic jams, yet still found beauty in the chaos. You offered comfort when I discovered a tranquil courtyard or tasted my first authentic tamales from a street vendor under neon lights. You humbled me at Teotihuacan, making me feel small under the weight of history. Living here has been a symphony of moments, from bustling markets to serene museums, each playing its part in this grand opus. In these past months, through two visits, I have come to see Mexico City as a dear friend. You taught me humility on rough streets and generosity in kind smiles. You show me that home can be anywhere. One finds good food and laughter. Each return felt like coming home again. I learned to find stillness in chaos and warmth in the crowd. Every tram ride, taco stand, and sunrise has become a treasure memory. Now, as I prepare to depart, I carry more than just souvenirs. I carry lifelong friendships made over shared tacos and laughter. I carry new confidence from navigating labyrinthine streets. I carry a richer palate from street corn to elegant mole, and even the memory of my favorite cafe's best vanilla latte. But most of all, I carry a piece of your spirit, your vivacious heart and indomitable soul. You have been both muse and mentor. I am a better traveler and a better person for knowing you. This, I know, is not truly goodbye. Even as I board the plane, I will hear your heartbeat in my chest, the distant rumble of traffic, the melodies of mariachi, and the laughter of mercados echo in my memory long after I land. I will remember your vibrant murals, the calm of dawn on a sleepy street, and the warmth of evening fiesta lights. For the rest of my days, whenever I smell freshly grilled corn or hear a distant trumpet, I will be transported back to these very streets. Thank you, Mexico City, for every vivid memory and lesson. Hasta luego. Not adios, but see you again.